Hey everyone, it's Nick here at Chase Detailing and Autocare, and for today's video I'm going to show y'all the full detailing transformation process of this Ford F-150 that I detailed. This thing was covered in coal dust. It took 2 days to complete this detail. This was an interior only detail. As you can see, it's pretty bad. The seats, the carpet, the headliner you'll see here in a minute was bad too. Look at the door jambs. The door jambs are also bad. Oh yeah, also in this video you're going to see the new extractor that I got. It is the Rip Clean Better Extractor. That's right, I've upgraded extractors. This is the first video that I'm going to show that in action. Hey, if y'all haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel here at Chase Detailing and Autocare. Alright, first things first is before any car detail, I gotta make sure I get everything out of it. This includes any kind of bottles, all the trash, all of the personal belongings. I'm gonna take it out, and I'll put all the personal belongings in totes and bags. And then after the detail is done, I will put all the stuff back into the vehicle. A lot of water bottles I found in this vehicle. I don't remember exactly how many I found, but it was quite a bit. Look at that, I'm still pulling stuff out in between the seats. You got receipts. Look at that, you got straw, paper, all kinds of stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to use the Tornador air blowout gun here on the interior of the plastics, the seats, the carpet, everything. I want to get all that loose dirt and debris out of this before I vacuum it. Look at that. Look at that coal dust right there. Oh my God. Yeah. So I had to wear a respirator while doing this detail. When working with coal dust, it's very critical that you wear a respirator, some kind of mask to protect your lungs, because coal dust is very damaging towards your lungs. All right, check that out. Look at all that. Look at all that that's come out of that center console and that cup holder. All right, so I'm gonna put a little fabric softener here on the seats and the carpet, all the fabric surfaces. It just helps. It helps with the vacuuming process. Now I'm gonna take my drill brush here and I'm gonna go over the seats and the carpet. Now both of these, the fabric softener and the drill brush combo, will make your life a lot easier when you vacuum. Especially on extremely dirty vehicles, it helps out so much. It saves a lot of time on the vacuuming process. Now, if y'all want to see the full list of tools that I'm using in this video, y'all can check that out in the link in the description of the video. All right, vacuuming time. I'm gonna get the seats, the carpet, all the fabric materials, including the headliner. And right here in a minute, I'm gonna use my little detail brush here, and I'm gonna get into the vents, the cup holders, all the little small areas that need to be cleaned. Hey, y'all, let me know exactly what you think about these new camera angles that I'm using in this video. Right now, this video, I just decided to just use the GoPro. Normally I'd use the tripod and the GoPro, but for this video, I just decided to just go with the GoPro. So, give me y'all's thoughts on what y'all like. You want me to switch it up between the tripod and the GoPro, or you just like the GoPro? Let me know. Alright, so now I'm going to prep the surface of the seats and carpet with a little P&S Terminator. This is pre-treatment. Alright, so now I'm going to take my steamer, handy dandy Bucolic steamer, and I'm going to go over all the fabric surfaces. Okay, so using the steamer before I apply the shampoo and then use the extractor, it'll help me deep clean these seats a lot better, especially since there's a lot of coal dust in this vehicle on all the fabric surfaces. This just makes my life a lot easier when cleaning. It gives the best results, especially when you use this pre-treatment of P&S Terminator on the fabric. And then when I get to the shampooing and extraction, I will use P&S Carpet Bomber. All right, look at that. That's what came off the carpet and the seats on this microfiber rag. This was pure orange. Now it's pure black, coal dirt. Now I'm gonna replace the rag. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my microfiber rag. I got a new microfiber rag that I'm using, replacing it. I got my rubber band here. That's what you want to do here. It's fun. I'm going to work on the headliner right now in a minute. And I'm going to wrap the rubber band around it, like so. Boom. To protect your headliner. Now you want to spray a little Terminator here. And then I'm going to go get the headliner. Now I don't want to saturate it. I don't want to get it enough. I'm not saturating it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take another microfiber rag and go back over it. Alright, so now it's time to use the shampoo. I'm going to use my little pump sprayer here to apply the shampoo. I'm using P&S Carpet Bomber here. First, I'm going to get all the seats, and then I'm going to make my way down and work on the carpet. Alright, so right now I'm going to use the drill brush, the white tipped brush. I'm going to get the seats first, and then I'm going to get the carpet. And what I'm doing is I'm going to go in a crosshatch pattern, as you can see right there. You know, left to right, or right to left, and up to down. Alright, so after this it's going to be extraction time. I'm going to use the extractor on the seats. This is the new extractor I got. This is the Rip Clean Better Extractor. I love this extractor. I highly recommend it to any detail. As y'all know, y'all seen in the previous videos I've done, I have, for many years, since the start of detailing, I have used the Bissell. I love it. I love the Bissell. You know, for many years, it has worked great for me. You know, I highly recommend it if somebody is on a budget and they're just starting to get into the detailing world. Go with the Bissell. But for me, it is time to upgrade. And I chose the Rip Clean Better Extractor. It's a phenomenal, amazing extractor. Look at that. It is absolutely amazing. The suction power on this thing is amazing. It does everything that I did with the Bissell. This one right here does it twice as fast. What makes this one a lot different is that it can hook up to a shop vac, and that's what I got it hooked up to right now, as I got it hooked up to my rigid 16-gallon shop vac 5 peak horsepower. You know what I also like about the Rip Clean Better Extractor is you ain't got to worry about no water tank. You know that other extractors you got to worry about water tanks. Well, this one you ain't got to worry about it because you hook it up to your water hose. It comes with a 50-foot water line or a 25-foot water line, and you just essentially hook that into your water hose, and then boom, you have an endless supply of water. Don't have to worry about going back and forth to the sink, refilling your water tank. No more. The price tag on this thing is $200. And for any detailer wanting to know where you can buy this at, I will leave a link in the description.
Alright, let me show y'all what came out of those nasty seats and that nasty carpet. Let's open it up here. See what came out. Oh, that's just nasty. Look at that. That all came out of the seats and the carpet. That's all that came out of there. That is nasty. Gosh, I love that extractor. That is a beautiful, great extractor. I love this extractor. Rip Clean Better Extractor, highly recommended.
Alright, so now I got that out of the way, I'm on to the interior plastics. Using my little detail brush and all-purpose cleaner, APC. Now it's time to break out the McCulloch steamer. Removing that dirt and grime, that coal dust. And for the interior, I've been using orange microfiber rags. I like to designate my microfiber rags for each purpose. If you want to watch the video I made on that, on microfiber rags, you can check that out on my channel here on YouTube at ChaseDetailingAutocare. Check that out under the playlist, Detailing Tips, where I dive into more detail about microfiber rags. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but it's starting to get a little dark outside. That is one of the reasons why it took 2 days to complete this detail. Y'all know that I normally detail vehicles in a garage. In this video, I'm not. I've been doing vehicles outside lately. You know, where I'm at on the East Coast in Virginia, we're in the middle of winter, so it gets dark earlier. Alright, so now I'm going to bring out the Scrub Ninja and scrub every surface of this door panel. Look at that. Look at that door. Like, it is just caked in there. That coal dust is just caked on there. I'm going to dry it with the Tornador. After this detail, I had to really clean the cone of my Tornador out. Alright, so now I'm going to use the detail brush here, and then I'm going to bring out the steamer. Let's clean all that dirt and grime out. Now onto those dirty cup holders in that center console. Y'all, I don't remember how many microfiber rags I've had to use in this video going through doing this detail. It was like over 10 of the yellow interior rags. I definitely had to clean the Tornador out really good after this one. I had to take the cone off the tip of the Tornador and then just clean it really good. Y'all notice that I have a one microfiber rag here on the bottom below the foot pedals. That's to make sure that all the residue that comes from the foot pedals doesn't fall on the newly cleaned carpet that I just shampooed and extracted earlier. This will protect all of the interior plastics and vinyl from the UV rays of the sun. Alright, so now I'm going to do some little touch-ups here. We'll clean these little mirrors, and I'm going to get around the vents, around the chrome pieces, and around the cluster panels on the dash. Alright, onto the door jambs. I'm going to put a little APC, all-purpose cleaner, on the door jamb here, and put a little on my detail brush. And I'm going to use my steamer and a black microfiber rag on the door jamb. Just because, you know, this door jamb is so dirty, I'm going to have to use the steamer on this one. Now, I made a separate video on how to clean your door jambs. It's under Detailing Tips playlist if y'all want to check that out. You know, there's two things that I didn't get to put in the video, which was doing the floor mats and doing the windows. You know, after this detail, it's just so satisfying to see the transformation of this vehicle. And here is the final results. Hey, I hope y'all liked this video, and if y'all did, make sure hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel here at Chase Detailing and Autocare. You can find me here on YouTube and on TikTok and Facebook at Chase Detailing and Autocare. I'm Nick, and I'll see y'all next time.